Now, Se Kwon is in Henderson, about 45 to 50 miles to the southwest, where the Minnesota River is causing its own problems there. Say, what do you see?
Yeah, Bill, I mean, things are not looking so hot here. Again, like you mentioned, we are in Henderson. It's about an hour from the Twin Cities Metro, and this is just catastrophic, you guys. I mean, here is Henderson, the town itself. You can see things look pretty dry there. For the most part, you have these gates kind of blocking traffic here, and then you have these metal barriers that are fighting against the water here. This is the Minnesota River, like Bill just mentioned. It is overflowing onto this bridge, which is on Highway 19 right now. It looks like a swimming pool at this point. I will say on the sidewalk here, outside of this barrier, there is some water that is kind of flowing out already. So those are just things to be mindful of, especially for the people here in Henderson. Getting from point A to point B, from one end of this bridge to the other end, it took us 30 minutes because we had to take a detour through some gravel roads. So obviously some big impacts to this area for sure. I did talk with someone this morning who's been living here in Henderson for about 15 years, and he's very worried that these barriers just aren't enough to keep this water from flowing out. Listen.
The concern is we're going to lose all our homes. We don't have flood insurance. You can't get it. If you can get it, it's so astronomically priced you can't afford to even have it. So all these people are going to lose everything they have. I mean, their homes, their everything they work for.
Speaking, and he says that he has been trying to meet up with some city leaders here to try to get some more measures put in place, and it sounds like there are some city workers kind of patrolling this area right now. We've seen them driving in this area with some sandbags as well. I do want to show you really quick where we are. Again, this is Highway 19 in Henderson. It wraps around the town. Obviously, this is closed due to flooding, and to make things even worse, Highway 93, which takes you straight from here down to Le Sueur, also closed this morning for some other construction work. The bulk of the closures, we know this, right, on 169, which obviously runs right through this town here. As of right now, the stretch from Henderson to St. Peter still open this morning, and from there, that's when it's going to be tricky because that stretch of 169 all the way down to Mankato is closed right now also because of flooding. Now, the Rapidan Dam is just about an hour from where we are. We know that was partially damaged yesterday, and right now, all eyes are on a nearby home there that is on the verge of collapsing into the Blue Earth River in Rapidan Township, just south of Mankato. The Blue Earth County Sheriff has some photos as well showing the dramatic erosion on the hillside with a power substation and a shed being wiped out. The home that's now hanging over the edge was behind all of those trees. And I want you to check this out too. This is some drone video here that captured some of those trees coming down. The river is expected to crest soon. There are concerns here that the dam failure could get worse before the water recedes. Now, if the dam fails, city administrators in nearby North Mankato say water levels could rise up to 2 feet. Crews built an emergency dike yesterday. They sandbagged essential infrastructure, but no evacuations have been ordered so far. Authorities are giving us another update on the dam at around 9 o'clock this morning, so in just less than an hour here. Meanwhile, Xcel Energy working to get the power back on after flooding wiped out that electrical substation. We know about 600 customers lost power, but it should be back on this morning. Again, we want to give you another look at Highway 19, this bridge here in Henderson. You're not going to be able to get through. No sort of traffic, no one. But we've seen several people stopping on by here, kind of measuring things, measuring the levels to see how much things have progressed in the last few days. They say it has only been rising, and that is what they're expecting to see all throughout this week as well, guys.
Yeah. And we know it took you a half hour to get around to that point.
Right.
Because of all that water. Thank you, Se.
Thanks, Se.
Yeah.